Okay, so this is just an introduction to the course. Okay, this might be your first day, you might be into the course, but I want to try and put your mind at rest if I can. Okay, now this certainly doesn't help you put your mind at rest. I do understand that, so you can stop crying. It's all okay, nobody's going to die. This is a typical GCSE, maybe A-level question, and most people will look at it and go, I have no idea what they're talking about, and I'm sure you're feeling exactly the same. Now this is mathematics. Now surprisingly, this is very easy to solve. I know you don't believe me, but it is surprisingly easy to solve. Once you know how to substitute in the values, you're off and running. Now if we just forget this problem for a moment, the reason that people struggle with maths is because of arithmetic, and one of the prime causes is that people don't know things like 7 times 8, they don't know what 5 times 6 is, they don't know their multiplication tables. Now this is the key to being able to do this. Okay, I promise you this is the key. So you really do need to know your multiplication tables. Now there seems to be a huge amount of resistance to learning the multiplication tables. Everybody knows their alphabet, they can tell the time, they can do the weirdest things, but don't really want to know their multiplication tables. Unfortunately, it is just a fact. You do need to know. Okay, now once you can do this, everything else falls over. Fractions, decimals, percentages, ratio, proportion, algebra, trigonometry, everything falls over. There are only 10 numbers in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0. We only have these numbers. All other numbers, 4,281, are these numbers just written in order. We also only really have 4 calculations: to add, subtract, to multiply and divide. Now this is how basic maths is. We have 10 numbers and we have 4 operations. Okay, all of this stuff here is just this. So if you can master your multiplication tables, you can add, subtract, multiply and divide, then you can do maths. I know what you're saying and thinking, oh well, you've never taught me before. Trust me, we've been doing this a long time, okay, and we haven't met anybody yet that we can't improve. So don't worry about it, it's not a problem. We start at the basics first, and then we build on those basics, and eventually, maybe one time, you might be able to do this, and then you will at some point come back and say, when I first saw this I cried, and now it's not so difficult. Okay, so I can't emphasize enough, you need to know your multiplication tables. So don't worry, take it easy, go slowly. If you make mistakes, that's okay, nobody dies. If you make a mistake, find out where you went wrong, go back and then try it again. If you went to the supermarket to buy some milk and you came back and you'd forgotten the milk, you wouldn't then say, well, that's it, I'm never going shopping again. You would just go, bugger, and then go back and get your pint of milk. This is exactly the same. No different at all. Okay? So, now you've heard me drivel for a little while. You will be fine. Take it easy. It will take time. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Nobody's going to shout at you. Remember, these are just numbers. They can't kill you. They can't make you pregnant. There is nothing dangerous about numbers. Okay? So, we'll move on and we'll practice whatever aspect of the syllabus you need to go through.